Hello students, today we have to start the topic creating subtotals. I told you that subtotals is a function that is used to return a subtotal in a list or a database. That means the totaling numbers. Okay, so in this we can use different functions, like we can calculate the average, finding the minimum or maximum value, and we can count the cells. Okay, so different functions are used for it. So what we are going to do, I have made this table. It is given in your book on page number 166. So after making this table, we want to calculate the total year wise and the sales wise. Okay, so what we are going to do, we will select these cells. After that, we'll go to data. From here you can click on subtotals. Here it is grouped by the year. Okay, you can group it by any category. Now here we need the data to be calculated in sales respective. Okay, so we are going to click the sales. Now from here I have selected the sum function. Now click on OK. So you can see the data is available yearly, like it's of 2020 year, it's of 2021, it's of 2022, and the regions are given like this, and sales is calculated accordingly to the year. Okay, and after that at the last, grand total is given. So this is how we can create the subtotals. Okay, next thing is using what if scenarios. So I have made a sheet, this sheet, for what if scenarios. See, what if analysis is a tool that helps you run reverse calculations, sensitivity analysis, and scenario comparisons. So the main important part of this is decision making, which is the important or the crucial part of any business or the job role. So whenever you need to take the decision, you take it based on some data. That's why we have created this data, that price of car, number of cars, sales value, and we have 5 cars. Okay, after that we have multiplied the price of car with the number of cars, we got the sale value, then total sale value is all these totals. Okay, so what if scenario is the process of calculating backward to find out an input by providing a specific output. Okay, so scenarios are tool to test what if questions. Each scenario is named and can be edited and formatted separately. So we need to calculate the best scenario and the worst scenario. That if the sales will go down, what will be the total sale? If the sales will go high, then what will be the total sales? So for that, we have created this table. Now what you will do, you will select the number of cars. Then you will go to tools. From here you will click on this scenarios option. Here we can rename this as the best scenario. Now we have to uncheck the copy back icon. Okay, then click on OK. Now you can see this is the best scenario created. Okay, now we want to create the worst scenario. So what we will do, we will change the numbers of the cars. Now I have changed the values of the number of cars. Okay, and sales value we are changing. We have to calculate the value now like this, is equal to C6 into B6. Is equal to B7 into C7. Okay, now we need to take out the total of this. We will select all of them. Now we can go to subtotals. Now from here we can select the sum, or you can write down equal to, from here you have the address D3 to D7. Okay, D3 plus D7. D7, it's a D4 plus D5 plus D6 plus D7. Now we got the total. Okay, now again we have to follow the same thing. We will go to the tools. First we are going to select the values. We will select these values, go to tools. From here you will select the scenarios. Now rename it as the worst case. Okay, now uncheck this. Okay, now you can see the two scenarios have been made here. Okay, one is the best scenario, one is the worst scenario. So if you will open the best scenario, you will get these values. If you will open the worst scenario, then these values are going to open. So you can make the comparisons accordingly. Okay, and this is very, very beneficial in any organization. Now the next topic is using what if tools, that is GoalSeek. See, GoalSeek is a simple, easy to use, time saving tool which enables you to calculate a formula's input value when you want to work backwards from the formula's answer. That means you have some values and you need to take out some other result. Okay, suppose you are studying in a school and you have got 5 tests and you got the marks for 4 tests, and you know that the passing or the minimum marks you need to get is the 300. Okay, so you got marks in your 4 tests, but now you want to know that how many marks I need in the test 5 to clear the goals. Okay, so we have kept the test 5 0, and these are the total marks of test 1, test 2, test 3 and test 4. Now what you are going to do, you will go to the tools. In tools you will click on the GoalSeek. Okay, here is the GoalSeek. In this you need to enter the cell, formula cell, that is what $E$6. Okay, but what we need to calculate, what is the total value. Okay, cell containing formula, address of the cell where you want to target the value. That means it is what we need, the value here. This is the total value, that is D10. Okay, so it should be D10. Now here we need to target the value. Okay, our target is suppose 350 and the variable cell is the value which we want to take out. Okay, this is the 0 value. So what is the address of this? Address is D9. So here we will write down $D $9. Okay, now click on OK. Cell must contain a formula. Okay, because we have not selected the things. Now you will see that after clicking on OK, this message is going to come, that is GoalSeek successful. Insert 82 into the current cell. Okay, so I'll click on yes. Now you can see the in the place of 0 the value is now 82. That means to complete the target of 350 we need to get 82 in the test 5. Okay, this is how we can make the use of GoalSeek, that we know the result but we know that how much input we need to give, as we need 350 marks, but our target is 350. So how many marks should we get in the test number 5 so that it can be completed. Okay, so next topic we are going to continue in the next video. You all can practice this in your systems. Okay, thank you.